Good morning from Greenwich Park in London. It is a typical almost winter London day. It's literally spitting rain right now. But this morning, after doing some goal setting for the day, I hopped over to the local Italian bakery that is just outside my flat and picked up a vanilla latte. You can literally see my breath this morning. It is chilly, hence why I brought out the beret today. Yes, the beret is going to become my whole personality in this vlog. I don't even know why we're talking about it, of course. Greenwich Park is just outside of the flat, so Tom and I love it. Tom's lived outside of Greenwich Park for like a decade, basically. Well, not a decade, like 8 years, I think. Anyway, he loves it. It means so much to him. He actually wrote a children's book about a squirrel in London that learns about the stars in Greenwich Park. I'll link that below if you have kids or kids in your life that you would want to gift it to. It's like educational, entertaining, a classic British bedtime story. For those who don't know, my boyfriend, Tom, who I met when I was working in London in 2019, he's an astronomer. And people are like, how do you be a professional astronomer? Well, he worked for 8 years, I think, at the Royal Observatory Greenwich, which is just in front of me on the hill. I'll put a little overlay clip. And he went freelance and he has multiple book deals all the time. He does talks. This year he's going to go on Northern Lights cruises and be a guide and a speaker and a lecturer on those cruises. So he does a lot of speaking events, lots of stargazing events. He's done like stargazing for the US ambassador and stuff before. He's been on the news like so many times, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know he's just so effortless when he does public speaking, whether it's like a live international or national interview or whatever. He's so effortless. He's so charismatic. It's one of the reasons why I'm so attracted to him, and he's so good at his job. So I just always think about him, obviously, here in Greenwich Park, because I honestly feel like it's home because of him. I'm walking past the Queen's house right now, which I really love because inside the Queen's house are the 3 Queen Elizabeth I Armada portraits, which if you follow me on Instagram, you saw I basically cried when I saw all of them. I love Queen Elizabeth I so much. I'm not saying she's a great person, I genuinely don't know, but studying her and just following her history is so fascinating to me. So that's another reason why I love Greenwich, because there's so much Tudor history. King Henry VIII lived here. I think he like founded Greenwich Park, and he had a castle where the observatory is now on the hill. It's been replaced now though, but Queen Elizabeth I was born just across the street, right in there. So very cool, lots of Tudor history, which I'm a big nerd about, and I just love Greenwich Park so much. The park is so quiet today, which I love. This is a huge perk of being transatlantic, is my office doesn't open up for another like 4 hours, and I get to be out during what is technically the middle of the day here in London, and it's so quiet. Actually, this week you'll see I have a lot of things planned that I'm maybe doing out in the middle of the day during the week to avoid the London crowds, because oh my gosh, the other day Tom and I went on a date to Covent Garden. It was so fun. We saw Christmas lights, we ate crepes for dinner, but it was like you're packed in like sardines. It was like we had the best time, and he hates crowds, so the fact that he still had fun was really saying something. But then I went like Monday afternoon, the next day, and not a soul to be seen. So avoiding the crowds in London, if you can, is a huge perk, and a reason why I love being transatlantic. My office is on Eastern Standard Time, and I get to be so flexible with my schedule while I'm here. I actually think I work more when I'm here because I work a little bit in the morning and then I work until like 11 p.m. at night. But the middle bit of the day is so nice because I get to enjoy London in all of its quietness. So what am I doing today? As I said, I did some goal setting for the day, hopped over to my local Italian bakery market, whatever, and now I'm walking to, get ready for it, McDonald's. I'm gonna go pick up Tom and I some lunch. And I know what you're thinking, Elizabeth, you're so classy, you're so timeless, you're so chic. Why do you go to McDonald's so much when you're in London? And it's for a couple reasons. One, I'm obsessed with the sweet chili chicken wrap on the McDonald's menu. It actually used to be on the US menu, but they took it off. I guess the US is just not, it's not healthy enough to have a chicken wrap on the menu. It's so good, but also the food standard qualities, like the federal standard for food, like chicken, everything is just higher in the UK and Europe than it is in the US. So like I don't really eat McDonald's that much. In the US I just get fries and McFlurries. I just think the meat and stuff is gross. But here in the UK, it just feels, don't tell me it's not better, it just feels better. So I actually eat McDonald's like once or twice a month when I'm here in the UK. It's just so much better than in the US. I literally have a London guide of over 100 restaurants, coffee shops, sites, walking tours, suggestions for people to enjoy while in London. And the message I get the most on Instagram is, I came to London and I tried the sweet chili chicken wrap and it was so good and now I know why you're obsessed. It feels like a brand misalignment, but we're rolling with it. I'm genuinely so happy for those of you who have tried the chili chicken wrap and love it. But I will link my actual London guide of recommendations in the description. So if you're interested in coming to London and having more than just McDonald's, you can do that. I just love a London park or an English park. Like London parks are superior. They're so great. I mean, they're in so many classic movies. 101 Dalmatians literally starts in Hyde Park or Regent Park or something like that, Regent's Park. They're so classy. You get like a taste of nature, but also it's like controlled nature, so you don't get gross, you don't get attacked by anything. There are foxes. I love it. So I'm going to leave the park, pop into town. I just took the long way through the park because it's such a nice walk, and bring home lunch for Tom and I, and then I will crack on with some work. I have multiple meetings. Sorry if you can hear jackhammering going on in the background. I am in a beautiful park, but there is still a city around me. And then Tom has an event tonight out in Mayfair, and I think I'm gonna take that time to just pop back into Selfridges. I was just there last week if you saw last week's vlog, but I want to get a couple things for me and a couple things for my mom and my grandmother. Enjoy the Christmas lights, the Christmas disco balls that Selfridges has up, and enjoy the Christmas lights on Regent Street because I haven't seen them at night yet. I just haven't been out over there at night this year yet, but I will take you along. This vlog is going to be a very Christmassy vlog. I'm going to be packing all of the Christmassy stuff into this week, as I said, popping out in the middle of the day and whatnot to do things. I honestly just need to put like a bucket list together. I mean, I have one. This will serve as like my bucket list for you to use when you are in London at Christmas time. Decided to walk back through the Old Royal Naval College. I have the goods right here. There are people speaking Dutch next to me. I'm actually a Dutch citizen, fairly fluent in Dutch, not completely because I learned it as a child, which means I only know vocabulary that you would say to a child, not anything like professional. I love the Old Royal Naval College for so many reasons. One being that I am standing at the birthplace of Queen Elizabeth I. I don't think it was this building, but it's where this building is now. Oh, it is bright. The Old Royal Naval College is actually a very popular filming location. In Bridgerton season 2, all of the town scenes where people are gossiping on the Ton is filmed here in the middle of the Royal Naval College. Also Poldark, I don't know if you've seen that. I love that show. All of their Westminster scenes are taking place here at the Royal Naval College, and a lot of people use one of the inside rooms, the Royal Painted Halls, as Buckingham Palace scenes. I'm gonna walk back through here and head back to the flats to get some work done. I have my first meeting in about 45 minutes, so I should probably get on that. My phone doesn't get snatched out of my hands because that is a big thing here in London right now. Every day people are having their phones snatched out of their hands, especially now as everyone's like pointing their cameras up towards the ceiling, towards the Christmas lights overhead. People are just out of thin air. So hold on to your phones, kids. So I'm literally facing a shop. There's no thoroughfare for people to walk through, and snatched my phone out of my hands. Anyway, I worked a ton this afternoon, didn't get any footage of that. I'm terrible at getting like B-roll of me working because I'm so focused. And then Tom's going out for like a social affair. He's networking with some professional friends And so we went out to London Bridge together, had a very, very romantic dinner in Lyon, in London Bridge Station, had a disgustingly sweet goodbye, and went our separate ways. Now I'm about to go into Selfridges and pick up some Christmas gifts and maybe something for myself. Waiting for my train to go home. It is like past 10 o'clock. I cannot remember the last time I was out in London past 10 o'clock by myself, because usually if I'm out this late, it's because Tom and I went to the theater or dinner. But I'm very rarely out by myself this late. Is that my train? No. Is there a train coming to ruin my video? Gosh, no, there's another one going. It's as if I'm at a train station. With my bag of Selfridges goodies, that is about 1/4 gifts for other people and about 3/4 stuff that I wanted. Does anyone buy more for themselves around the holiday season than any other time of the year? I have never. Maybe this is just because I'm not usually out in London by myself after 10, but I have never seen London Bridge Station so empty. Like, I've never vlogged on London Bridge Station, but I'm literally all by myself. I had such a wonderful night though. Obviously Selfridges literally dazzles with all its crystal, all its disco balls. I had a great time shopping around, and I stopped at the food hall for a hot chocolate. Really romantic Christmas London evening. And then I walked around town just admiring the Christmas lights. I really wanted to go to Regent Street and like walk from Selfridges to Regent Street, but it was just getting late enough, and actually the streets were not as busy as I thought they were going to be, that there were like enough dark, not full of people spots. I'm not being very eloquent tonight. I have a master's degree, I promise. I know how to speak English. Actually, in both of my degrees are communication degrees. Anyway, there were enough spots as I was walking from Selfridges towards Oxford Circus, Regent Street, that just, it was dark, it was not really full of people, and I didn't really want to walk through those dark pockets alone. So I decided not to do that tonight. I'm heading back to the flat, get cozy. I'm going to use some of my new beauty products at home before Tom comes home. And all in all, a really great romantic London Christmassy night. I'm very happy about it. Tomorrow is a full fun day. I cannot wait to take you with me. Good morning. I'm at the train station about to do something that is, in a word, thrilling. I am about to meet one of my coaching clients, and this is going to be my first in-person, sorry, there's construction going on. This is going to be my first in-person coaching session. The first time that I am meeting with a mentee in person to do a coaching session with. I started my coaching and mentoring business in 2020 when obviously no one was meeting in person, and I've been so honored to mentor women around the world, truly, from as close as the US to France to Mexico to Germany and so many places in between. So I am meeting up with her
we're running an amended off-peak.
So we're meeting in central London. We're gonna have an amazing, I'm meeting with her for a consultation that I call the Irresistible Income Generating Brand Consultation. We're gonna talk about how to turn her ideas and her platform into a online brand that is actually that is actually income generating. Not me living my dream life and like heading into London to meet a client for my business. So cool. I've got my cute little Ralph's cup. Sorry, I'm on New Bond Street, so it's a little loud, but I had an amazing mentor session doing the Irresistible brand. Irresistible income generating brand consultation with Lindsay. We came up with so many ideas for her product suite. Why do people always watch me film? So many ideas for her product suite, as well as for her brand and marketing ideas, social media content ideas. She's excited, I'm excited. She said she has so much more clarity after our time together as far as how to spend her time, how to make money. So I'm very excited for her and can't wait to see what she creates. Home now after a wonderful afternoon tea with my friend Elizabeth. We actually met on TikTok. A friend of hers sent her one of my TikTok videos and connected over our love for London and entrepreneurship and social media strategy. So we've been friends since 2020. And actually we were just talking about, we were taking photos for each other and we were both like, I remember when we were doing this for each other in 2020 when we were traveling according to international law, towards like the end of the first year of the pandemic, and it's so crazy that we've known each other for 2 years. We had afternoon tea at the Dalloway Terrace, which was so good. It's been on my list since literally 2019 when I first moved to London, so it was really nice being able to check something off the list. We were just talking about when you come to London regularly and split your year here, it's really easy to kind of forget about your London bucket list and get into kind of like your routine, which is great. So it was nice actually crossing another place off of my London list. I did decide it's not my favorite afternoon tea, honestly. I've had other ones that I liked a lot more. It was nice and the location was beautiful. Absolutely recommend if you want like a very aesthetic, Instagrammable place for afternoon tea, but the food wasn't my favorite. It's not that it was bad, it just wasn't my favorite choice, my favorite selection, but I'm sure they change that seasonally anyway. So it was great meeting up with Elizabeth. We're actually both from the US. We're both American, both named Elizabeth, but we have never seen each other in the US. We just both come to London frequently enough, split our year evenly enough to where we're here at the same time, and I see her pretty much every time I'm in London, which is really cool. Now I'm heading back home. The Trades of Hope office has been open for about an hour now, and I'm starting to get some texts. So I'm gonna go home, put on some comfy clothes, have a cuppa, and do some work. I'm very excited about it. We are launching several new products today. I'm very excited about. I will link them below for you. I don't have time and my phone's about to die, so I can't tell you about all of them, but they're so cute. 2 words, wine stoppers. Okay, 2 more words. Peacock elephant. They're so cute, so chic. I cannot wait for you to check them out. All in all, it was such an amazing morning and early afternoon spending time with Lindsay, her saying that she received so much clarity and confidence for next steps for making her business be really income generating. And then time with Elizabeth was just so soul-filling, honestly. Felt so good to connect with a like-minded friend, 2 like-minded women today. So very happy. Got to go to 2 beautiful places in London, and now the traffic's coming and I have to go catch my train back home.